Welcome back to the Enemies of the Fire podcast. We have just somehow cornered Konor into staying. We are going to talk about one of our favorite things here, because we consistently argue about it, is how are the Americans doing abroad, playing in overseas leagues in the world? Gentlemen, I think first and foremost, Christian Pulisic is the truth, and you all need you all need to apologize. He is one of the top 25 wingers in the world.
No.
He is world class.
No.
You guys are insane.
You're still not there.
Insane.
Okay, so he's not at the top 25 wingers in the world level yet.
Yes.
I can think of 3 guys off the top of my head that are better than Pulisic right now. Vinny Jr., Saka, Yamal. Even though Yamal is, 17 years old, he's got a whole world in front of him, and he consistently puts out performances for Spain and Barcelona.
Right, but hold on. Listen, he's 17 years old. He has 3 years to, he's 4 years, he's 21. He might be doing coke by then. We don't know what these people are going to, how these careers are going to play out. You can't bet on potential.
You want to talk about another one of the best wingers in the world? I wouldn't put him as a winger because he doesn't play in that position, but Phil Foden. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
Oh, Phil Foden's very good.
I've
never been a big lies.
I've never been a big Foden guy personally, but I feel you. He's not terrible. But anyway, so are we just gonna agree to disagree? DPG, does this not impress you at all? Pulisic's run of form.
It's gonna impress me at the end of the season because I want to look at his stats. Okay, one game doesn't mean anything.
It has not been one game.
He
has been on a tear since the start of the season.
He could get hurt next week, and that's it. Just done deal.
DPG, it was the most important game of their season. Here's why. Let me break it down for you.
The Milan Derby.
Milan plays in a shared stadium with Inter Milan.
Yeah,
and they were playing as the away team. This was an away win. This was absolutely huge. Christian Pulisic with a 10-minute goal. And it was just to literally spark off. And did you see the way he did it? He collected the ball and then cut through everybody like a hot knife through butter. Like there was nothing that was going to stop him.
Let's be honest. Inter Milan hasn't gotten it together for a while now. All right.
Yeah, but hold on. There are games that are always tough. It does not matter.
I get that.
Like you're telling us a team that's near the favorites for MLS Cup is gonna have a tough time with a team in 10th in Mexico, and now you're telling us oh no, Inter nothing. You know what I mean? No,
so
it's not because now
I'm not sure DPG knows this, but the Milan derby is the biggest derby in all of Italian football.
AFC. Everybody hypes it up. Nobody cares.
You're crazy.
Fucking LA.
All right,
this is a rivalry that goes.
So it's always the Atletico Madrid and Barcelona, Real Madrid. Take your pick. Arsenal, Man City. Take your pick.
Listen, Pulisic has started and played in huge games with Chelsea against the likes of Barcelona, against the likes of Real Madrid, against the likes of some of the best teams in the world, and has shown. He came on
the Champions League final.
He doesn't do it consistently.
You're crazy.
He has a drop off in the middle of the season.
Yeah, that's usually called when his leg gets snapped in half. He is injury prone. That's the one problem.
I'm sorry that the best players in the world. I'm sorry that the best players in the world don't turn it off when their legs give out. All right. I'm sorry that the best players in the world
Erling Haaland
are not injury prone.
Erling Haaland.
Yeah, I mean, Erling Haaland was hurt last year for a little bit of time. I mean, we're never gonna agree until the end of the season and when we come back and the show and we're talking oh man, the Fire season starting next week. Oh, by the way, AC Milan ran away with Italy. Christian Pulisic has 25 goals.
Hey, you know what? Hey, if he pulls that off, by all means, good job.
I mean, I feel as though
I'll give him his roses. I'll give him his compliments. I'm like, wow, Pulisic, 25 goals in Italy. Great, man. You're awesome, bro.
He's the best American soccer player. We all know.
We all know.
In the season and 5 games Pulisic has been in Italy, 27 total goal contributions. Last season, 36 appearances, 12 goals, 8 assists in Serie A.
20.
This season so far, 5 appearances, 3 goals, 2 assists.
Wow, 5 and 5.
5.
All right.
5 goal contributions.
Let's see the consistency. Let's see the consistency.
No, we will. We will. I can't wait. Every week I'm going to needle you consistently play well. But hold on. No, go ahead.
This motherfucker right here says consistency. My guy, he was putting in a goal contribution almost every other game last season. Do you not pay attention?
How come he didn't stay in Chelsea? How come Chelsea didn't keep him?
Chelsea's a nightmare, dude. Nobody's doing well over there.
Pagasolino will never see the field for Chelsea. I'm sorry, but it's just the truth.
Ever.
Dude, they were picking Mason Mount over him. That proved to be horrible managerial choices. Has it not? James, how do you feel about Mason Mount right now?
What's wrong with Mason Mount?
You know what I'm saying?
Can I ask a question?
I don't think he's seen the field this season so far.
Can I ask a question here?
They brought in Manuel Urte to fill in his spot.
Right. No, what, James? Ask DPG, ask your question, brother.
Who was in the Champions League final last season?
Oh, I legit forget. Real Madrid, right? They're always there.
Versus who? Oh, well, it was
Man City, right?
No, Dortmund and Madrid. I've said those 5 times.
Oh, Dortmund.
Okay, yeah. What about the year before?
Man City Inter.
Yeah, get to your point.
The year before that, Liverpool, Real Madrid. The year before that, Chelsea and fucking Bayern Munich. I don't know who they fucking played.
So out of 4 years, only 1 year has an Italian club has gone to the Champions League final.
Well, here's the thing, man. Plenty of people make a good career being the best player on a team that doesn't win a bunch of trophies. Okay, here you go. Everybody's favorite fucking player that I can't stand.
You know what? But
is Son a good player?
He is the face of Tottenham Hotspurs.
Right.
But is he a good player? Tottenham has him on the team is because they tapped into that big Asian market.
I seen that. I seen that at my kids' soccer games. Yeah. Let me ask you this though.
But he plays for a team that doesn't win shit. Is he a good player?
Okay.
Yes, thank you. All right, hold on.
All right.
James has been quiet, and I want to get him in on this. He sent a message in the group chat the other day. Okay. My man was excited. Florian Balogun scored a goal. Are we excited? Do we think this is going to kickstart this campaign for him, or what?
Absolutely. Or is this?
It's
gonna. Can I throw something out here?
Is when he was at Stade Reims on loan, scored 20 goals that season. What has he done since he got a permanent move to Monaco? Roadblock right there.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Well, he finally scored on Saturday. Or was it Sunday?
Yeah, but who fucking watches the French league outside of France?
I did.
They don't even have a fucking TV
I did.
deal.
It was better than MLS. It was so much better than MLS. It blew my mind. I was like, "Oh my god!" There's concepts
this is
here.
The same league that's sponsored by McDonald's. They don't. Last time I heard, they don't even have a TV deal in their own goddamn country.
That's kind of wild. That's what are you doing? Getting the rabbit ears out to watch Nate's or whatever?
Let's be honest here. The only team that has money is like PSG. They got freaking Jordan. You know.
You guys know who runs France, right?
Well,
here we go.
Yeah, no, we're not going down that path.
No. Can I ask
you know how to do it, baby.
A lot of bad choices were made.
Can I say something here though? Because I know you guys like to hype up Pulisic. I know you guys like to hype up McKinney and Balogun and all those guys. But how is that translating for the U.S. men's national team?
We'll see. Ponch is about to pick his first roster next week.
DPG, can I talk for a second here about Monaco? Because that's what the question was asked. And all of a sudden, like, we haven't heard from James for a while. But Monaco went out and absolutely destroyed this other team. It was so fun to watch. There was some silky smooth play. The other team had a little attack there in the beginning, but they eventually fell apart. And what I really liked to watch was Flo Balogun. And seeing how he interacted with the team, how he fit into that offense's game plan. It was a major part of the game plan. They do all sorts of things, and he was doing all sorts of things for the game plan, whether it was coming back, receiving the ball, distributing it, or launching out and becoming a winger all of a sudden, and then being a striker in another moment, and then switching sides in the middle of it. He scored the goal from the left-hand side, even though he was a right-hand striker that day. He was just doing all sorts of great little movements, and it was fun to watch. The French Soccer League, way better than MLS too. Just like as far as the passing, the tactics, the play, it's just you're watching, you're just like, oh, wow. This is why I like watching soccer. Oh yeah, I remember.
So you're telling me the French league's a little bit more fun than we should give it a try then?
Just a little bit. I'm not saying it's perfect. I'm just saying it's like MLS level is a little below Ligue 1.
Right. Well, I mean that's fair. I think we're not going to play that game of where an MLS team is going to finish.
No.
All this, that, and the other.
One topic I want to bring up is the astronomical downfall of Ricardo Pepi since he broke onto the scene a couple years ago with FC Dallas and being sold to Augsburg, then being loaned to Groningen, then back to Augsburg. And now he's at PSV, where he's sitting behind 34-year-old Luke de Jong.
Don't worry, he'll be back in MLS soon. Don't worry.
Well, I mean, I would not hate a Ricardo Pepi in MLS. I think the issue becomes, like Konor just said, he's sitting behind somebody, and they need to invest in him because he just was scoring goals for fun. They'd put him in last season. And he's just like, oh, cool, I'll score a goal. Shit, he already has 5 goals this season. Or no, that's 5 games. Sorry, he only has 1 goal.
Only the best score goals for fun. This guy was scoring goals because he's lucky.
Lucky.
He's trying to get that paid.
Luke de Jong is a homegrown player for PSV, and he's their current captain. He's been their captain since 2021 with his 5th stint at the club. I don't see Luke de Jong leaving anytime soon within the next 2 to 3 years. This man might play till he's 40. He's 34 right now.
I think Ricardo Pepi was. I get it. There was a lot of hype surrounding him when he first kind of broke into the scene, when he had that crazy MLS season. But the thing is that we're kind of starting to see what happens. Even you look at guys like Ferreira, he's still in MLS, and for a moment
that's because the MLS blocked his move to Spartak Moscow.
Yeah, but he's not doing anything. Yeah, I know, I get that.
He scored a goal over the week.
Yeah, I mean he's starting to get back into some form this season, but for about a year and a half he has done nothing, and it becomes the question. Oh, go ahead. I
didn't mean to cut you off, but I honestly think if Dallas would have sold him to Spartak Moscow, we probably would have never seen him again because he's playing in Russia. But I think the Russian Premier League would have been a good fit for him. That's his level.
Yeah, I don't pretend to know anything about Russian soccer, but
aren't they blacked out from UEFA and all that?
I mean they were. The question is they were. I've been seeing notes of people.
They still are.
Oh, they still are. Okay, because I did see somebody who I knew was playing at what is it, Lokomotiv or something? I forget.
Yeah. There's players that are still actively playing in the Russian league, but they're collecting that check because that's all you can do at this point.
Well, there's a whole political side with that, and you don't.
Interesting note though, Russia did save an American astronaut the other day. True story.
What they did, put him in prison.
No, they didn't put him in prison. No, they caught him. They delivered him to America.
It's crazy.
It's a lady.
It's
all
crazy.
Right, hold on. Let me get us back on track. Instead of lament the downfall or the improper career moves that Ricardo Pepi, let's not get it twisted, has talent. He is a professional soccer player and should find a place to play. So where is that place? Because these last couple of moves have not been it.
MLS. Back
You
to
think
MLS.
MLS? You don't even
I
want to give
say
it. You don't want to go Belgium? I say whoever Kuipers came from, he should go there.
The thing is that you tried that already. You know, he went to Groningen. Now he's
that's
going
still the
elsewhere.
Eredivisie.
I mean, if you cannot make it in Groningen, if you cannot make it in Augsburg,
hold on. What's making it at Groningen? Because he played 29 games. He made 29 appearances and had 12 goals.
That's definitely playing.
he was
That's
on
That's a decent season.
He was
That's a
on loan
decent
that season. If a player is on loan, they pretty much have to play that player, or else they get recalled.
the thing is that it feels like Ricardo Pepi has been sitting on loan for so long.
Well, he
Like,
signed with PSV.
Do you want to know what I would like to see happen?
What's that?
Ricardo Pepi's not getting any playing time. This could be a fever dream of mine, but it could work out. Wrexham has old strikers. They're either 30 or above.
Don't you talk shit about Steven Fletcher.
If they were somehow able to get a loan for a young American striker like Ricardo Pepi, if they were able to pull that off,
Do you know how he will get
that
ostracized?
would be amazing.
He will not be called for the U.S. men's national team.
He's not good
I mean,
enough.
of course not. I mean,
Dude's not good enough for
Gaga's
Wrexham.
not good enough for. How's Gaga doing that Barnsley?
Hold on.
Tell you, I could pull it up right now.
I thought he's doing really good at Barnsley. I mean,
Gaga?
He did get popped 7-0 against like Chelsea or something, but
but hold on.
Other than that,
Barnsley is in the championship.
Yeah,
There's a difference.
Barnsley's in League One.
Yeah, I mean, am I wrong to think that League One is below a Ricardo Pepi?
Gaga's been okay.
Yeah, Gaga's been okay this season. He was bad last year.
Gaga has allowed 10 goals so far, and Barnsley currently sits at third.
And 7 of them were in 10 goals and 7 of them were in one game.
That was a League Cup game.
No, that was a League Cup game. That was not. That was
currently sitting 3 points behind Wrexham and Birmingham City. So they're they're in the first playoff spot.
Maybe Wrexham go get Gaga.
Well, no. Here's the thing. Though.
Okonkwo. I don't see Gaga starting over Okonkwo.
Whoa.
Well, wasn't he a Liverpool product?
He was an Arsenal product.
Oh, that's what it was.
They signed him on loan last season because Howard got hurt. No, Tim Howard retired.
Foster.
And the other guy got hurt. Ben Foster got hurt. Foster retired. Howard got hurt. They brought in Okonkwo on loan for the League Two campaign, and then they permanently signed him.
That's crazy. They've made some insane moves. Like in Football Manager, be like, nah, play with one be here.
Well, it's Connor, I've tried to make famous what I call the Jordan Morris theorem. Is the happiness level of a player will mean he plays better. And so, we talk about, is Wrexham a high enough level? Well, if you get in enough on the ground floor of a project and you promote with a team and you're happy with where you are, is that a good move? And the question, but to your point, James, he's never seen the U.S. team again. If he signs for a League One team, you're not in the conversation. You're no longer in the conversation.
Going to get promoted to the championship next season.
Well, I mean, of course they are.
They're currently sitting in first with a goal differential of 8 and tied on 16 points with Birmingham City, who's in second place. So the only reason why Wrexham's in first place right now is because they've allowed. They scored one more goal than Birmingham City.
Paul Mullins, Welsh pool.
Yeah, Welsh pool.
So here's the thing, though. I mean, that's a different story. You tell me Wrexham goes to the championship next year. Then at that point,
Jesus Christ, I got him started.
No. At that point, if Pepe goes to Wrexham on a championship team, then it's fair play. I honestly think he might need an opportunity in a second division team, and either in the championship, or Serie B, or even a low Serie A team, or even a mid-table German Bundesliga team. But I honestly. Yeah, go ahead.
When Esman and Busio got relegated to Serie B with Valencia a couple seasons ago, they thrived in that division. Thrived. and now they're thriving in Serie A.
They got it was like going to college. They got to develop against a little lesser competition,
So,
get a little
One
better.
step back, 2 steps forward type of
Come
thing.
up.
Also, by the way,
I want to ask you guys this question. I don't know how you guys feel about Aiden Morris in terms of the national team. Do you see his move to Middlesbrough as a positive for his career trajectory?
100%, especially with how it's gone so far.
And guess what? He's a regular starter.
Yeah,
he's been a regular starter since week 2.
He's 22 years old, American, regular
the
starter
fans
from
love him.
Middlesbrough.
The fans are on board with Aiden Morris.
They have a chance.
The thing is, I mean, you could say this, but the competition is a lot harder when you're going from Championship to Premier League versus Serie B to Serie A in terms of player development. Because, I mean, you go from Championship to Premier League, you're gonna get hit. You're gonna run into a brick wall.
I mean, I kind of feel like you talk about the Big 5 leagues. I almost would put the Championship on level with like that next group under it, with like the Netherlands League and the Belgium League and Turkey. I would put the Championship on that level.
Well, those leagues are kind of considered like developmental leagues. Like, Holland has historically been known as the baby crib of like Europe. Like that's where you want the best players.
When we look at the guys who have come out of that Ajax academy alone, Luke
Zlatan,
Frankie De Jong, Zlatan. Wait, Zlatan was. Hold on.
Hell yeah, Zlatan played at Ajax.
We talked about Turkey the other time. We called it the island of misfit toys.
Yeah, Turkey is the island of misfit toys for real.
Like, Mario Icardi is still there.
Ajax. That's Ibrahimovic went from Malmo to Ajax.
Yep.
Malmo is a Swedish team.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's
where he started.
Man.
That's where he started.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, though, is like Turkish is that kind of league that if we it's like running and gunning type of environment. There you go. That's like the Wild West right there. It's a shootout.
The Portuguese league.
Yeah,
that's
Portuguese league is a good feeder league. Yeah. I mean, it's just. I think the Championship is a great place for Americans to play, like who are younger and trying to make a name. Like I don't love seeing I wouldn't love to be like, oh well, Middlesbrough signed Nagby. Like that wouldn't do anybody any favors. You know what I mean? Like,
but you know what? It's like the Italian league is a little different though because, there have been like historically good players that start off in Serie B and then they go to Serie A and they blow up. So I don't know if it's like the setup. I mean, so like to Conor's point, Ricardo Pepi going to Serie B wouldn't be like a bad thing. Like if he can't make it in Serie B, then hey, you might have to.
Then we know what we need to know, right?
Then we know for sure. Well, so you brought up Valencia, and I want to say big shout out to a player I actually really like. Gianluca Busio hit 100 caps for the club.
His name. What was I going to say? I lost my train of thought.
That's okay. That's what happens.
So, at the end of Jedi Robinson, probably one of the best players outside backs we've seen in a while
for America.
No, listen. When Fulham got relegated the first time around at the end of the 2021 season, who stepped up in Fulham's record-setting championship season in 21-22? Besides Mitrovic,
a pair of Americans.
Tim Ream and Jedi Robinson.
Tim Ream and Jedi Robinson, baby.
Oh, and Alex Mitrovic, but we won't talk about him.
They raised them up. They were better than the rest. They made a Premier League quality.
Since they got promoted in that season, they've been a stable Premier League team.
A top 10, a top half Premier League team at that.
Upper mid-table.
Wow.
I mean, I've been telling these guys Jedi Robinson is one of the best left backs in the Premiership and had a best 11 season last year.
He does good because he has a decent back line. The U.S. men's national team does not have a decent back line.
Yeah,
that's
dude.
Right.
Do you know how good? Hold on.
Thinking,
I was gonna say, you know how good Jedi and Dest make the center backs on U.S. look when Dest is healthy?
You mean the guy that throws elbows and punches people?
Yes, the
This
man
red
with a
card
lot of passion.
the walking red card. Yeah. Let's put him on our back line. Let's cannibalize our back line by halftime.
When Destin and Jedi are on the field, like the U.S. is twice the team.
Jedi and Robinson gets overplayed once you put some freaking players out there.
He got dude. You're so mad. He got burned in one crappy friendly, and you're so mad about it.
You guys want to know what's insane? Fulham beat Newcastle 3-1 the other day. Yep. Newcastle has so much money pouring into it. That's insane.
Spend that money
just like the Fire.
Jedi is a great right back or left back.
Thank you. Thank you.
You guys
are driving me crazy.
Didn't he just lose against Canada the other day?
Jedi might be a top 12 left back in the EPL.
Oh my god!
He's top 5. You're crazy.
He's up there with the Alexander
Name me some left backs.
With the Walkers.
He's up there with the Walkers and the Trents?
Yes. Yeah. Are you guys not do you not watch soccer?
He's up there with watch soccer. That means he's up there with Alphonso Davies.
Yes, he is. That's because he is.
Alphonso Davies is fighting for playing time.
Dude, Jedi. Oh my God, you guys are making
company. This motherfucker thinks Joshua Kimmich is a better left back than Alphonso Davies.
Okay, that's.
I like Kimmich a lot, but
Luke Shaw's better than Jedi Robinson.
Who? Joe Scally?
I want you to shut your whore mouth with that.
Oh, Luke Shaw. No.
Yeah,
come on.
This is. I've
like
already labeled.
Maguire's a better center back than Cameron Carter-Vickers.
Oh, well, that might be true. That might be true. That very well is true.
Andy Robertson is a better left back.
Dude, you're fucking nuts. All right, so why don't we do this?
Zinchenko was a better left back.
No, he's not.
Oh, I wanted to bring up this last thing. Let's talk about Matt Turner, gentlemen.
Matt Turner.
God.
Yes,
this was my conversation last week.
This one led to the tier list.
Wasn't getting any play time, so he was sold in 2022 from New England to Arsenal.
Mm.
Played Europa League.
Chang getting paid over here. Sorry.
Then Arsenal brought in David Raya on loan last season from Brentford. They decided they didn't want him. Sold him to Nottingham Forest. They started him the first couple games, ended up being shit, benched him, and brought in like 6 more keepers. Then Nottingham Forest brought in 6 more keepers this transfer window. They decided so initially Forest decided, we're not going to let go of Matt Turner on loan. We want to sell him. We want to get him off the books. Somebody take him. Well, eventually they caved in at the last hours of the deadline this summer, and they loaned him to Crystal Palace. Well, Matt Turner's first game with Crystal Palace was against QPR in the EFL Cup. Made the bench that game. Didn't start, made the bench. How many games has he made on the bench since?
No,
I don't think he has.
0.
He hasn't made no.
No, and he's no longer the U.S. number 1. I will be very disappointed in Pochettino if he starts him.
Who would you put over him? Schulte?
I mean, Schulte. At this point, Sean Johnson, Gaga. I mean, even Horvath.
That guy from Miami, was it Calendar?
Yeah, Calendar. I mean, anybody who's playing.
He called Stephen Fry.
Stephen Fry, when he came in the league, he had a Swiss passport.
Steve Clark is an option.
Who? Oh, Steve Clark. Yeah, I mean,
Steve Clark's always been pretty decent in MLS.
Yeah, we're scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the problem with this.
From what I understand, from what I've seen of Mauricio Pochettino, he likes to play with a sweeper keeper. How many sweeper keepers do we have available in the poll that I can think of? Schulte? Gaga? Is Gaga a sleeper keeper?
No.
Chris Brady?
No.
Oh, God, no.
No.
Okay. So
Zach Steffen, baby! He learned under the tutelage of Emerson.
He's not a sweeper keeper.
Yeah, but he learned from Emerson.
Do I have to tell you the definition of a sweeper keeper?
No, I don't want to hear
The
about
definition
Neuer.
of a sweeper keeper is a keeper who can distribute the ball and play with the ball at their feet. Who's the only current goalkeeper that does that on a regular basis from week in to week out for his club team that can do it for the national team?
Who?
And has had pretty decent showings.
Half the MLS goalkeepers.
Calendar?
No, he's
Calendar's
pushing
not a
for
sweeper keeper.
he's
Who?
Pushing for his
pulling.
crew boy.
Yeah, the guy from the crew, man, Schulte.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna get lit up, but that's besides the point.
I mean, is Schulte a good enough shot stopper? Because I mean, I know that he likes a sweeper keeper, but it don't matter
That's
if you
one
dribbling
thing-
a lot if
that's
you let
one
a.
thing he has improved on from our playoff run last year to this
So,
year. That is one thing.
If
he
you're
has
not a
improved.
decent shot stopper, why would we call him to the national team?
Well, I
You
mean,
gotta look in the couple of friendlies, and you gotta look at in the Olympics.
I'm just saying,
you got to
'cause
play
Defense didn't do
somebody.
him any
your
favor in
most
the Olympics.
your most basic attribute as a goalkeeper is shot stopping. Like if you can't get that right, you have officially become a liability.
God, that
Okay,
this whole
the modern
conversation,
day
I'm having
goalkeepers-
PTSD from the
No.
whole Sean Johnson. Oh God, who's the guy? Oh, Matt Lampson situation.
God. Don't bring that up.
The modern day goalkeeper is not much as a shot stopper anymore. Managers now, they like a player who can distribute the ball, play out the back, and use the ball at their feet. That's what 99.9% of these managers in Europe play. They build a possession from the back, starting with the goalkeeper.
That's
The
and that's how
Suns
they
tell me I'm wrong.
that's how the Sun ends up in the blooper reel for the EPL show. You know, a goalkeeper gives it away or does something stupid with the ball and gets scored on.
Well, I mean, that's the keeper is the most scariest position for the U.S. men's national team. So, speaking of scary,
Nobody balls.
yeah, nobody's balled. You're right. We're screwed.
It's open season for that position. So if somebody can step up, have like a stellar MLS season, congratulations. You are U.S. men's national team
Yeah,
material.
for real. All you got to do is put together 3 games, and you're in right now. So anyway, with that, I think we're going to wrap this segment up. We are not going to talk about how Brendan Aronson is resurrecting a career right in front of our eyes.
Resurrection.
And we're gonna go. We're gonna take a quick break.
His career was dead.
Oh,
Scored a couple goals for Leeds.
And he's back?
He's starting.
He's back,
He's
baby.
starting regularly for Leeds now, and Leeds fans are starting to love him.
I'm gonna scare you guys. I would not be surprised if Pochettino does not start a Brendan Aronson just to shake things up, baby.
And when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about Leo Messi, MLS, and maybe a little touch on the Chicago Fire before we wrap things up. Thanks for hanging out here on Enemies of the Fire. Make sure you guys grab that scarf of the enemy team, light it on fire, and throw it into the center of the pitch. Make sure you light the like button on fire along the way.
Oh, man. Okay.